Alright, y'all, I want to introduce y'all to the saltwater flush. It's one of the fastest ways I know or I've experienced to get out waste really quick. After you drink it, it should take up to 30 minutes to an hour, and stuff just gonna start flushing out of you. So I'm gonna introduce y'all to this. How I do the flush is real simple, but it is intense. So check this out. It's gonna take just about. We have 2 liters of water right here. So you're gonna have 2 liters of water. This is roughly 2 liters. You can fill it up with whatever. You can go to the store and grab a 2-liter can or whatever, 2-liter thing of water. It don't matter what you use as far as water. Try to get pure alkaline water or spring water. You know, try not to go straight to the tap. Do the best you could do. And then we have our salt right here, pink salt. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some salt and I'm just gonna skim it off the top here. Skim it off the top. Boom. There's one. Do the same thing to this one. Skim it off the top. Boom. So we got 2 tablespoons of pink Himalayan salt, and we got 2 liters of water. We just mix it up real fine. It's real fine, so it should mix up real good. Make sure it's all mixed. We're gonna take that down. Well, wait. Before you get into this, let me make sure you don't go to the store and get table salt or just any refined salts. Make sure you get that salt fresh out the mountain if you can. The worst I would go would be the natural salt, natural sea salt. They sell it most of the stores, but that would be the worst I go. It's still natural, but they still do some type of extraction. So yeah, be careful with the salt you use. And then one other thing, after you do the salt, don't eat. Don't eat before or after until all the salt is out of you. Then go ahead and indulge in something light. Then you'll be fine. But before or after, don't eat. If you do, you might interrupt the salt coming out of you properly if you decide to eat before or after, because it might throw some things off. But yeah, as a safety precaution, I have to make sure I tell you which salt is okay. And just to make sure, just go with salt, and that's natural salt. I would just go with the pink Himalayan. It's not hard to find these days. So yeah, really quick with that one. Be careful. All right, now that we got the saltwater flush out the way, I want to talk about some of the things you may experience during detoxing or waste elimination. Sometimes it's unpleasant. Depends on how fast you go. Some people are a little bit more extreme. I dive right into this as soon as I learned about flushing the body out and what's going on with the food industry and everything. I dive right into it. I'm a little bit of an extremist, they say. So I recommend that you do go at your own pace. Depending on your mental capabilities or your mental strength, depending on what you've been through emotionally, depending on the state of your health, this all comes into play when you are eliminating waste. So we must go at our own pace, or you might start feeling like this isn't the thing for you. Just go at your own pace, and you'll see the light on the other side once you get that feeling of addiction that people get. You're gonna get a feeling that, like, oh, I need this or I need that. I had a big issue with starch. I was raised on potatoes pretty much, so I was thinking about French fries all the time. It just depends. There's things that, when you're raised on that, there's another emotional thing that comes up. You start to feel like, oh, what's life without food? You know what I'm saying? But that's a druggy mentality. That's a, what I mean. You can like, there's a lot of life beyond food. So you have to, once you start eliminating that and start to, see the light on the other side, you start to really feel like, oh, okay, now I see what they mean by this is the druggy state, and then the benefits start rolling in, and then a lot of people when they get past that a certain stage, they're like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to that, because it just takes for you to get over that hill, so you can experience the true benefits. You gotta be a fighter for a time. You may have to be a fighter for a time, most likely. So ask a drug addict how they feel, or what they've experienced in rehab, or when they've tried to recover, when they're coming off those drugs, and those drugs are coming out of them. Some of those people can't even go cold turkey, because if they do, they'll die. Alcohol, if you have a serious alcohol problem, you come off alcohol too fast, you will die. Same with the food. It's the same thing. We are seriously addicted to this stuff. And we don't really realize how seriously addicted we are until we start to come off of it and start to realize that what little we need. We don't need 3 meals a day, big old stuff. We're gonna be all tired after we eat this stuff. It's taking your energy right in front of your eyes. So we have to let this stuff go. But that's some of the negative things, man. I can go a little further into negative, but I want to flip this into the positive soon as possible, because that's why we're really doing this. We want to go. We want to go positive as possible. We want to go. We want peace. We want love. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants peace, for the most part. Everybody wants, that positive feeling. Everybody wants to feel good, to feel happy, for the most part. I can't speak for everybody. But yeah, so let's go into positive right now. Positively, oh man, once you get over that hump, the mental clarity, the body odor, there's none of that. I go to the bathroom, number one or number two, you would know. Unless I decide, if I do so-called mess up and eat something that I know that I'm not supposed to be eating, body odor comes up. There you go. Your mouth. You'll notice when you start doing this, at first you may experience your breath may be not so great, because that stuff come out of your mouth, it comes out of your nose, your ears. You get the picture. So you won't have body odor after a point. It takes time to eliminate this stuff. After a point, there's no body odor. There's lubrication. Your body's a lot more lubricated. I don't have to put on lotion, because that food, and you cook it, you cooking it, eating it. We cook it, eat it, eat it, and it just dries us out. It dries us out on all different types of levels. Nobody on this planet should need lotion. Nobody should need deodorant, toothpaste. Like all of these things can be eliminated very quickly, but it's attachment and addiction. And people, they're gonna hear this like, nah, I'm not doing it, because it's the lifestyle. Our lifestyle we live is destructive. And once you start doing this, you're gonna see how destructive we live in. It's very eye opening. Your eyes gonna be open. And if you don't want to be an open-minded person, don't even do this, because you're gonna see the world in a whole new light, or darkness. You're gonna have an immense more of an amount of energy. Sometimes I have so much energy, I just feel like I gotta run. Most of the time I just run because I got to nowadays. Like, I have to disperse some of the energy that I have within me, because I literally have so much energy. I just feel like I gotta go. That's one thing you'll know. Like, there's no way I could take a nap in the middle of the day. It's just not possible. I have way too much energy to take a nap, unless I just completely run myself in the ground, or I indulge in these foods that I'm talking about you should stay away from, which are very addicting, by the way, once again. Increased sensitivity. You're going to be more sensitive to what's going on around you, especially within you. You're going to know if you eat something wrong, you're going to know. So your body's going to tell you. what's going on, or if it's wrong, or if it's harmful to you, because you're gonna literally feel the harm that you're doing. Because once you eliminate those drugs, and then for a long enough time, once you do it for a long enough time, and then try to put it back in you, you're gonna know. You're gonna know, like, okay, I see what Zahir was talking about. So, okay, that's one. Sexual. This leads into the sensitivity leads into sexual responsiveness. Your stamina is gonna increase. You're gonna feel a lot more power sexually. Um, you're gonna feel less like an animal when you're looking at women or the opposite sex, because you're essentially letting that animalistic side of you go. Um, you're becoming more of a higher being, I would say. You're eliminating that animal impulsiveness, um, which is almost seems impossible to do, to especially with the way that these women look these days and the way that they're putting all of these hormones in the food. Some dudes, without studying this, without listening to me for long enough, or without trying to do what I'm telling them to do, is gonna be like, no way. They genuinely feel like that impulse that they have is a natural, just they're born with, like an animal. But no, it's not. We have the choice. We have the choice to be like an animal, like a plant, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we are giving that choice. Just because you were able to perceive the choice should be a big enough thing. Just because, you know what I'm saying, you could ask the question should be a big enough, or should be a good enough sign for you right there. We have the choice. That's all it comes down to, is choice. Yeah, just by being disciplined in this area of your life allows you to be disciplined, or it encourages you, it pushes you to be disciplined in more areas of your life. I would say this is the root cause to a lot of problems. All disease is because of this. It's not genetics. You weren't born with this. I'm gonna disprove that too in a later video, that this process can be reversed. This has a lot to do with evolution. We're actually going through a de-evolutionary process right now because of the food that we're experiencing, or that we're ingesting. It's making us weak. It's making us really, really weak. And you experience the strength once you start eliminating this waste, man. It's not a game. Eliminate the waste. We exchange DNA through food. We don't just do this through sex. We actually exchange the DNA of apples, the meat you're eating, everything we ingest. If it has a DNA, we intake that DNA. So think about it, man. Do you really want to be ingesting some of the things that we're ingesting, and you know it's affecting you on a DNA level, on a genetic, biological level? It's deeper than just, oh, I don't have body odor anymore. This stuff it's real deep. I can go on and on, but I want people to actually genuinely watch my videos. I want to keep them short as possible, and I'm gonna space them out, and make sure people don't see, oh shit, 20 minutes. I don't got time for that. So just keep following me, man. I'm gonna give you more. I got more stories for you, more experience, because I'm not just talking this. I do it. This is what I live. So I'm gonna have a lot for y'all. So just keep in tune, keep in touch, stay tuned. All right, y'all. Peace and love.